Okay, this is apparently how you fix headlights, or so I'm told. So I've bought all of these pads. There's all sorts of sanding pads and polishing pads, wet, so you can, all the way from like 80 grit all the way up to 3000 grit. And then there's this plastic polish, and then there's this headlight UV vinyl wrap that you put over the headlight after you're done to keep it from getting any worse. So I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, here's what it looks like before. Not too bad, I guess, but I'm still gonna do it. And here's the other one. This is for comparison before and after. I'm gonna put some painter's tape on the paint so I won't scratch it. So I'll do that next. Okay, so here it is with the painter's tape on it, and just did that so if I overshoot a little I won't scratch the paint. So here we go. Okay, so I've got my little drill with the 60 grit sandpaper on there. I've got some water, gonna spray a little bit on there and spray a little on the pad, and then let's go for it. And look at that, it scratches it up real good. And you can see that's kind of first pass, I guess. You can see it's still kind of coming off yellow, so that means it's still pulling off whatever tar from the road. So I'm going to keep going. Okay, I did about 5 passes with the 60 grit sandpaper, and you can see it looks a whole lot more yellow now, I mean white now rather than yellow. So I kept using the water and kept doing the wet sanding with it for like 5 passes, and so now I'm going to start trying to, like, now that I got the film off, I'm going to try to polish it. So I'm going to go up each grit up into 3000. So right now that was 60, so I'm going to go up a couple of levels up, maybe to 150 or so, and then 1000 and whatever. Okay, I washed it off and I added a little more tape on this side since I kind of, I guess, scraped it off a little bit. Hopefully I didn't get the paint. But this is going to be 120 grit now. Okay, did a couple of passes with the 120 grit, so you can see it's noticeably whiter junk coming off. So that's probably plastic coming off instead of the tar. So it's just a matter of polishing it out now. So going up. Okay, so that was a couple of passes with 240 grit, and you can see it's still a lot of white stuff coming off. A lot of this deep scratches are starting to disappear, but it's still quite hazy at 240. 3 passes with 600, and you can see still got white stuff coming off, so it's still plastic obviously, but it is looking a little clear. Okay, this is with 1000 grit. I did like 3 passes on 1000 grit. There again, it's looking a little less hazy. I keep hitting the paint over here. Hopefully I won't scratch it real bad. And I have a little jumping spider friend. Oh, give him a little spray. Maybe he likes some water. I don't know. Anyway, he seems just happy to be over there. Okay, I did a few passes with the 1500. Very little white stuff coming off at this point. There's some pink stuff, which I think is the probably the sander more than the wax. And there's my little spider friend. Hi, spider friend. Isn't he cute? Hi there. Okay, that was with 2000 grit, and it is looking a whole lot better. And there's my little spider friend. Spider friend, spider friend. Look at him. Here comes spider friend. But yeah, look, this is starting to look clear again. Still a little hazy, but mostly clear. Well, I have 3 different polishing pads, but just feeling of them, I can't tell really any difference. So I'm just going to use one of them and use some polishing compound. So I don't know if there is any difference or not. This one maybe is a little stronger. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I guess I'm just okay. So I bought this plastic polish, and I'm gonna put it on the wheel there, the sponge, and that's what I'm gonna use to try to polish it a little bit. So anyway, put some on there and just go for it, I guess. So yeah, that's me polishing it. I hope it makes a difference. So here's what it looks like the first night. Yeah, I think there's an improvement. I think the right side definitely looks better than the left. So even as is, I think it'd be a ton better than it was. So I'm going to try to polish it some more. And then I'll go for the left side. Well, I sprayed clear paint on the lens, and it didn't really do a great job, but it does look a whole lot better. It looks like it's clear. I can see the little light inside there, everything, whereas before it was all cloudy. So I think I'm pretty happy with it. Here's the clear paint I used for spraying over the headlight. It kind of hides some of the scratches that maybe were kind of deep that I didn't get all polished out. It is supposed to be UV resistant, so that's why I used it. It's a whole lot easier than trying to use that vinyl wrap, so that's why I went this way. But anyway, it looks pretty good. It seems like it kind of goes on a little bit hazy, but then it dries really clear. So yeah, at first I was a little bit worried because it was kind of milky when it first went on, but then it goes really clear. I did put kind of a thick coat, and so maybe it ran in a couple places, so you may want to put on thinner coats so that doesn't happen to you. But there again, looked really well when I got done with it. Everything was really clear and looked really good. It's supposed to be UV protection. I'm not sure how long that's going to last as far as the UV protection, but hey, even if it lasts a little while for an old car, it's probably good enough. Okay, I did one last thing. I put some of that plastic polish on it and polished the clear paint, and now it seems even clear. So yeah, it looks good. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, I guess here's the final result. I sprayed it with clear paint and then buffed it a little bit. Here's the other one. This one didn't come out as good. I actually have a little run right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this one's a little more still blurry, but still tons better than it was. So I think I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. It looks really good now. Alright, well, there we are. So here it is. I took the car to get it washed, and I sprayed it down real good with Armor All, and wow, it looks really almost like new again. Neato. Doesn't it look pretty? It's a beautiful car.